right, now to an interesting topic the whole country is talking about. This week, a Barbers Hill High School student faced in-school suspension for the second time over his hair.
Now, the district says he violated their hair policy. This isn't the first time this has happened at Barbers Hill ISD. Here this morning to help us figure it all out is attorney Casey Garrett. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
You bet. Thank you.
I think why this becomes even more confusing now is just because a few weeks ago we got the Crown Act, which protects certain types of hair. Can you just walk us through it and make sure we understand, first of all, what the Crown Act is?
Absolutely. The Crown Act stands for create a respectful and open world for natural hair. It's a law that's been passed in many states. We passed it in Texas. It became effective on September 1st. And it's just a statute that prohibits discrimination on the basis of a natural hairstyle. Obviously, that's something that's very relevant for Black Americans with afros, braids, knots, and things that are part of their natural hair culture. So it avoids discrimination, or it prevents discrimination on those bases.
So this young man, he has locks. He wears them pinned up, he says. The district says that this is not about hairstyle, but about length, because their dress code policy has a code in there about the length, and this is not necessarily about the Crown Act. But what do you think? Is this a violation of the Crown Act if he cannot wear his hair pinned up like that?
Right, and that's a great question. You are the one that actually showed me the entire school policy, and it is very specific to length, and it seems to me like the school district is trying to avoid the top knot, the man bun, if you will, or ways for students to sort of end run around the policy. And I respect a school district's autonomy in making rules that make things, good for their students and their campus. But when you look at this particular case and you look at the way this boy is wearing his hair, he's not, I don't see it as a flaunting of the policy. He's clearly trying to, pin it close to his head, wear it close to his head. We learned from, interviews with the mother that he has had these braids for 10 years.
And it's generational. Everybody in his family has had them, and it's something that's important to their family.
Right, and I think it's really a situation of, we all know that things are a case-by-case basis, right? You have a policy and a rule for a reason. As I said, I respect that. But you also have to have the ability to adapt to a particular situation. And when a family comes to you with what we've just described, them trying to meet in the middle, it seems to me like it might be prudent for the school district to work with that family, considering that this isn't just some, passing fad for this kid.
Yeah, and we heard from the family's attorney, Allie Booker, and who represents the family, and she's just talking about how it doesn't make sense with this new law. So what happens at this point with the law? You've got this law, you've got the school district. It seems like a law would trump the school districts, right? What can happen at this point legally?
Well, I think the lawsuit will ferret that out for us, right? The lawyer has filed suit, and I think the courts will now decide. Okay. A lot of these laws that get passed don't have an actual penalty, right, like a criminal law,
right?
But it is a law and can be enforced, and it will be the courts that decide in this lawsuit, which way they were going to be able to go.
It's just so surprising that the school district that had the same controversy that prompted this law is now the one involved in this again. So he is not backing down from what we understand. A lawsuit not yet filed, but probably on the way. So we'll keep on top of it. Thank you, Casey.
It's an interesting topic.
Yeah. Thank you.
You bet.